So this quilt is ready to go to the long arm lady to work her magic. I think I'm going to call this one the Quilting Journey because it is made up, as you can see, it's very scrappy. Lots of different blocks, lots of different fabrics, and it's the journey of the quilts that I've done over the last 4 years. So I'll take you round some of them and we'll have a look. So this is one of the blocks out of the paddy of 6, and yep, it didn't quite work. It didn't quite come out the right size. This is a block called Courthouse Steps, but you're supposed to use more contrasting fabric, so that wouldn't quite work either. This is a spare block from a quilt. The little 2.5-inch patches, so that was spare, so that went into that one. This was a tryout of, I wonder what will happen if I do a cornerstone. The little white things are what we call cornerstones, and the 3 are called rail fence. You usually put them in like a zigzaggy type position. That's another Courthouse Steps block, and it's batik fabric, which I've decided now I don't like, so I won't probably buy that fabric again. This is another variation of Courthouse Steps. Oh, sorry, wrong one. This is batik's railway blocks with cornerstones. This was a one that was done off corner, or like that's how the block was made up, and I didn't like that process. And this is Tommy. There is just a patchwork one there, another of the 16 squares, 2.5-inch squares to a block. This was one of some fabric that I liked, and I started to do it. Actually, I think it's this way. It's like supposed to be little houses, but again, I didn't quite get the contrast working out properly. This was a very early on one, just trying out that star pattern. Some random things. This one here was supposed to be a table runner. It's sort of like kite, isn't it? Like those windmill things that you had as a child. Again, I didn't really like it as it was coming out, so it ended up in here. Random block, very random block. Another one of those. I think there's quite a few of those. I tried to figure out how to put it all in one quilt on their own, but it wasn't working. Random blocks. Another star block. This one is kind of a log cabin type of block, and there's another one of those 16 patch ones. That was 4 patch, but I did it wrong, so decided it will end up in here. And this was another block in these fabrics which I chose and then decided I didn't like them. And then of course there's some random blocks. There's another Courthouse Step one there, another star, another Courthouse Steps, a little bit better definition on that one, another star. So this is the journey of all kinds of tryout blocks, testing what they're going to look like, and I've put them all together in this quilt. I've put a bit of a border around and then a whole black border to frame it. So it's going to get packed away and sent off to my long arm lady, and she will do her magic, and then I'll sit and look at it for a while and put the binding on, and then it's big enough to kind of hang over our bed. So there is a Quilting Journey. I think that's the name of this quilt.